press the X button. Oh, fuck, this game is loud. Hey, Shadow! Play the first turnabout. Oh, shit, do you want me to read this, yes or no? So we're gonna frame some more. August 3rd, 9:47 AM, District Court, Defend Lobby number 2. Boy, am I nervous. Aww. The young woman was killed there. I'll try and read some stuff. So, a young woman was killed in her apartment. The guy they arrested was the unlucky sap dating her. Larry Butts. My best friend since grade school. Our school had a saying, when something smells... In the 23 years I've known him, it's usually been true. He has a knack for getting himself into trouble. One thing I can say though, it's usually not his fault. He just has terrible luck. But I know better than anyone that he's a good guy at heart. That and I owe him one, which is why I took the case, to clear his name. And that's just what I'm going to do. August 3rd, 10 AM, District Court, Courtroom number 2. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Larry Butts. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready. Your Honor. Mr. Wright, this is your first trial, is it not? Yes, Your Honor. I'm a little nervous. Your conduct during this trial will decide the fate of your client. Murder is a serious charge. For your client's sake, I hope you can control your nerves. Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, given the circumstances, I think we should have a test to ascertain your readiness. Yes, Your Honor. Aww, poor Phoenix. The test will consist of a few simple questions. Answer them clearly and concisely. Please state the name of the defendant in this case. Larry Butts. The defendant? Well, that's Larry Butts, Your Honor. Correct. Just keep your wits about you and you'll do fine. Next question. This is a murder trial. Tell me, what is the victim's name? Uh-oh. The court record, just press the R1 button to check it at any time. Ah. Court record. Cindy. Cause of 52. Right. Now, tell me, what was the cause of death? Blunt trauma. Because she was hit with blunt objects. She was struck once by a blunt object. Correct. Give me a second. You've answered all my questions. I see no reason why we shouldn't proceed. You seem much more relaxed, Mr. Wright. Good for you. Thank you, Your Honor. Because I don't feel relaxed, that's for sure. Well done. First, a question for the prosecution, Mr. Payne. Yes, Your Honor. As Mr. Wright just told us, the victim was struck with a blunt object. Would you explain to the court just what that object was? The murder weapon was a statue of the thinker. It was found lying on the floor next to the victim. I see. The court accepts it into evidence. A statue in the shape of the thinker. It's rather heavy. Oh, give me a second. Give me a second, guys. Okay. So, statue added to the court record. Hey, anyone! Right. Be sure to pay attention to any evidence added during the trial. That evidence is the only ammunition you have in court. Use the R1 button to check the court record frequently. Okay, I think we're about to start. Mr. Payne, the prosecution may call its first witness. The prosecution calls the defendant Mr. Butts to the stand. Pay attention, you don't want to miss any information that might help your client's case. You'll get your chance to respond to the prosecution later, so be ready. Let's just hope he doesn't say anything unfortunate. Uh-oh. Mr. Butts, is it not true that the victim had recently dumped you? Aww. Do I have to read everything? Cleopatra and Mark Anthony. Haha! Oh, the little eye and mouth twitch. That's really nicely done. Okay, so the victim's passport's been added. The victim apparently arrived home from Paris on the 30th of July, the day before the murder. She had several sugar daddies. Yes, older men who gave her money and gifts. Oh my god. What do you think of her now, right? I don't think you want to answer that question. Yeah, Larry has a way of running his mouth in all the wrong directions. Should I stop him from answering? Objection! Oof. Yeah, I believe the accused's mother is clear to everyone. Oh boy, this is so not looking good. Next question. You went to the victim's apartment on the day of the murder, did you not? Well, did you or did you not? Well, maybe I did, and maybe I didn't. Uh-oh, he went. What do I do? Have him answer honestly. Tell the truth. Order! Well, Mr. Butts. Dude, chill. She wasn't home, man, so like, I didn't see her. Why the fuck does his voice sound so high-pitched? What the fuck? Your Honor, the defendant is lying. Lying? The prosecution would like to call a witness who can prove Mr. Butts is lying. Oh, that simplifies matters. Who's your witness? The man who found the victim's body. Just before making the gruesome discovery, he saw the defendant fleeing the scene of the crime. Order! Order in the court! Mr. Payne, the prosecution may call its witness. Yes, Your Honor. This is bad. On the day of the murder, my witness was selling newspapers at the victim's building. Oh, Matt's online. Ooh. To continue Phoenix Wright or to go to Civ? I'm gonna invite Matt and see what he says. Blip. Blah, 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 blah. Because Matt works and stuff. Mr. Frank saw it. Oh, saw it? Really? Oh my god, these jokes are so bad, but they're so good. But they're so bad, but they're so good. Okay. Witness testimony. I was going door to door selling subscriptions when I saw a man fleeing an apartment. I thought he must be in a hurry because he left the door half open behind him. Thinking it strange, so I looked inside the apartment. I saw her lying there, a woman, not moving, dead. I quailed in fright and found myself unable to go inside. I thought to call the police immediately. However, the phone in her apartment wasn't working. p.m. The man who ran was without a doubt the defendant sitting right over there. Okay. Larry, why didn't you tell the truth? I can't defend you against a testimony like that. Incidentally, why wasn't the phone in the victim's apartment working? Your Honor, at the time of the murder, there was a blackout in the building. Aren't phones supposed to work during a blackout? Yes, Your Honor. However, some cordless phones do not function normally. The phone that Mr. I have a record of the blackout for your perusal. Blackout records. Electricity to Mr. building was out from noon to 6 p.m. on the day of the crime. Okay. Which would fit the 1 p.m. murder kind of thing. Okay. Now, Mr. Wright. Yes. Yes, Your Honor. You may begin your cross-examination. Cross-examination, Your Honor? Alright, right. This is it. The real deal. What exactly am I supposed to do? Why, you exposed the lies in the testimony the witness just gave. Lies? What? He was lying? Your client is innocent, right? Then that witness must have lied in his testimony. Or is your client really guilty? How do I prove he's not? You hold the key, it's in the evidence. Compare the witness's testimony to the evidence at hand. There's bound to be a contradiction in there. First, find contradictions between the court records and the witness's testimony. Then, once you find the contradicting evidence, present it and rub it in the witness's face. Okay. Open the court record with the R1 button, then point out the contradictions in the testimony. Okay. Let's go through this slowly. Cross-examination. Witness account. I was going door to door selling subscriptions when I saw a man fleeing an apartment. I thought he must be in a hurry because he left the door half open. Time of death! 4 p.m. to 5 p.m. and he said 1 p.m. Thinking it's strange, I looked inside the apartment, then I saw her lying there, a woman not moving, dead. I quailed in fright and found myself unable to go inside. I thought to call the police immediately, however the phone in her apartment wasn't working. I went to a nearby park and found a public phone. I remember the time exactly, it was 1 p.m. Present. The autopsy report. Present. Objection! You found the body at 1 p.m.? You're sure? Yes, it was 1 p.m. for certain. Frankly, I find that hard to believe. Your statement directly contradicts the autopsy report. The autopsy notes the time of death as sometime after 4 p.m. There was no body to find at 1 p.m. How do you explain this 3-hour gap? This is trivial. The witness merely forgot the time. After his testimony, I find that hard to believe. Mr. Sawit, why were you so certain that you found the body at 1 p.m.? Gee, that's a really good question. Great job, Wright. Way to put him on the spot. That's all you have to do. Point out contradictions. Lies always beget more lies. See through one and their whole story falls apart. Not necessarily, you have people who can lie really fucking well. Wait, I remember now. Would you care to give your testimony again? The judge isn't happy either. Like, you have people who can lie really well. You see, when I found the body, I heard the time. There was a voice saying the time. It was probably coming from the television. There was a blackout! Oh, but it was 3 hours off, wasn't it? I guess the victim must have been watching a video of a taped program. That's why I thought it was 1 p.m. Terribly sorry about the misunderstanding. There was a blackout! You couldn't have heard anything! Like, it's... How? Well, I suppose this is a tutorial. Doom, 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 doom. Objection! Hold it right there. The prosecution has said there was a blackout at the time of the discovery, and this record proves it. You couldn't have heard a television or a video. The defense has a point. Do you have an explanation for this, Mr. Stallwit? No, I find it quite puzzling myself. Quite. Wait, I remember now. Mr. Stallwit, the court would prefer to hear an accurate testimony from the very beginning. These constant corrections are harming your credibility. That, and you seem rather distraught. My apologies, Your Honor. It must have been the shock of finding the body. Very well, Mr. Stallwit. Let's hear your testimony once more, please. Okay. Right. Actually, I didn't hear the time, I saw it. There was a table clock in the apartment. Wasn't there. Yeah, the murder weapon. The killer used it to kill the... What the... Defenseman cross-examined the witness gladly. She was murdered by a statue! Oh, the music is quicker. There was a table clock in the apartment, wasn't there? Yeah, the murder weapon. That wasn't a murder weapon. The murder weapon was the statue. Objection! Wait, just a moment. The murder weapon wasn't a clock. It was this statue. Now, how is this supposed to be a clock? You with your objections and your evidence. Just who do you think you are? Just answer the question, Mr. Stallwit. Hey, I saw it there, okay? That's a clock. Your Honor, if I may... Yes, Mr. Payne. As the witness stated, this statue is indeed a clock. The neck is a switch. You just tilt it and it says the time out loud. As it doesn't look like a clock, I submitted it as a statue. My apologies. I see. So the murder weapon was a table clock after all. Well, Mr. Wright, it appears that the witness testimony was correct. This is a clock. Do you have any problems with his testimony now? Yes! Your Honor, there is a gaping hole in the witness's testimony. The only way he could have known the weapon was a clock is to hold it in his hand. Yet the witness testified that he never entered the apartment. Clearly a contradiction. Indeed. The witness knew it was a clock because he went into the apartment. You're lying. You were inside the apartment on the day of the murder. Oh yeah? Prove it. Prove I went in there. I'll do better than that. I can prove you were the one who killed her. You struck her with the clock and the shock of the blow triggered the clock's voice. That was the sound you heard. Order in the court! Intriguing. Please continue, Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Stallwit, the sound must have left quite an impression on you. Understandable, since the murder weapon spoke just as you hit the victim. That voice was burned into your mind. That's why you were so certain about the time. What's the meaning of this? This is all baseless conjecture. Baseless? Just look at the witness's face! Yeah. Would the witness care to elaborate? Did you strike the victim with the clock? That day, I never... Look, the clock, I heard, no, I mean, I saw, yeah. Give him death. In the apartment? What? Apartment? I love this. Order! Order in the court, I say! Your Honor. A moment, please. There isn't a shred of evidence supporting the defense's claim. Mr. Wright, Your Honor, you claim the sound that the witness heard came from the clock. Do you have any evidence? The whole case is riding on this. I'd better think it through carefully. Your Honor? The sound Mr. Sawit heard was definitely a clock. A fact which is clear if you simply try sounding the clock. Let's sound the clock now here in this court. Your Honor, may I have the clock? I ask the court to listen very carefully. Beep. I think it's 8:25. That certainly is a strange way to announce the time. Well, he is the thinker after all. So, we've heard the clock. What are your conclusions, Mr. Wright? Mr. Payne, can you tell me what time it is now? It is 11:25. Ah! As you can see, this clock is exactly 3 hours slow. Precisely the discrepancy between what Mr. Sawit heard and the actual time of death. So, Mr. Sawit, try to talk your way out of this one. Ha ha ha! You forgot one thing. Uh-oh, what's he talking about now? While it may seem like that clock is running 3 hours slow, it proves nothing. How do you know it was running 3 hours slow on the day of the murder? If you can't prove that, you don't have a case. He's right. How am I going to prove that? Damn it! I was so close. Mr. Wright, it seems you lack the critical evidence to support your claim. Yes, Your Honor. That means I cannot let you indict the witness. Unfortunately. This ends the cross-examination of Mr. Frank Sawit. I come all the way down here to testify, and look what happens. You treat me like a criminal! A criminal! You lawyers are all slime. I almost had him. Sorry, Larry. I failed you. There's nothing I can do about it now. Not so fast, Mr. Sawit. Oh, fuck, Mia. Chief. Listen up, right? Don't throw this one away. Do not throw this one away. Not like this. Think! But, Chief, it's over. I can't prove the clock was slow the day of the murder. Nobody can prove that. Well, yes, but that doesn't mean you can't still win. Try thinking out of the box. Don't waste time doubting the facts. Assume the clock was 3 hours slow and think through it. Ask yourself, why was the clock 3 hours slow? Figure out the reason and you'll have your proof. Right? Can you think of a reason as to why the clock would be 3 hours slow? Yes, if you went to Paris. Wait, maybe I can prove it. You must have evidence somewhere that can prove it, right? Find it and let him have it. Well, Mr. Wright, you say the clock was already running slow on the day of the murder. Have you found the evidence to support his claim? Of course. There's a piece of evidence in the court record that can prove my claim beyond a doubt. Ha! Tough words. Let's see you pull this one off. Let's see this evidence that proves why the clock was so slow. The victim had just returned home from abroad the day before the murder. As we all know, the time difference between here and Paris is 9 hours. When it's 4 PM here, it's 1 AM the next day there. The clock wasn't 3 hours slow, it was 9 hours fast. The victim hadn't reset her clock since returning home. That's why the time you heard when you struck her dead in her apartment was wrong. Proof enough for you, Mr. Sawit? Or should I say, Mr. Did It? Hehe. Fantastic. I love it. This game is great. Oh, order, I say. Order. Yeah, whatever. Well, this case has certainly turned out differently than we all expected. Oh, this is fucking hilarious. Mr. Payne, your witness, he was arrested and has been taken away, Your Honor. Very well. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor. I have to say, I'm impressed. I don't think I've ever seen someone complete a defense so quickly, and find a true culprit at the same time. Thank you, Your Honor. At this point, this is only a formality, but this court finds the defendant, Mr. Larry Butts, not guilty! And with that, this court is adjourned. By the way, give me a second, I'm quickly doing something. I have returned. My life is over. Larry, you're supposed to be happy. What's wrong now? Aw, Nick. Don't worry about me. I'll be dead and gone soon. Good. Wait. No! I mean bad! Bad, bad, bad! Larry, you're innocent. The case is closed. But my Cindy Windy's gone, man. Gone forever. Larry, she was a... Nah, never mind. Congratulations, Harry. Harry? Yes, you. I can practically see the headlines now. Harry but's innocent is Larry. Hey, thanks. I really owe you one. I won't forget this, ever. Let's celebrate. Dinner? Movie? My treat. Oh, no, I couldn't. Hey, I was the one who got you off the hook. Oh. Hey! Here, take this. It's a present. A present for me? Wait. On this evidence that... Actually, I made this clock for her. I made one for her and one for me. Really? You? You made this? Well, thank you. I'll keep it as a memento. Yo, Nick. Can you believe it? I was so into that chick and she was just playing me for a fool. Don't that make you just want to cry? Larry. Are you so sure? Excuse me? I think she thought quite a lot of you in her own way. Nah. Next case. I wanna do more objections. Objection! The end. Episode 2. Save your progress up to this point. Yes. Hello, this is Maya. Hey Maya, it's me. Mia! What's up? You haven't called in a while. Sorry, I've been so busy. How have you been? Well, lonely, and it's all your fault. And my controller just disconnected. Whoops. Nah, I'm just teasing. I've been great. I'm finally getting used to having my own place. That's good to hear. Actually, I'm calling because I have a favor to ask. I know. You want me to hold evidence for you? Sharp as always. There's a lot of buzz about the upcoming trial. I just don't feel safe keeping the evidence here. I gotcha. So what is it this time? It's a clock. A clock? Yeah, it's made to look like that statue to Finker, and it tells you the time. I thought you might like it. You've always liked toys. Hey, I'm not a little girl anymore, sis. Now. You know I'm only teasing. Ah, I should probably tell you. The clock isn't talking right now. Huh? It's not working? That's lame. I had to take the clockwork out. Sorry. I put some papers inside it instead. Papers? Is that the evidence then? Well, there's a possibility that it might turn out that way, yes. Can you come by the office tonight? Say 9 p.m. to pick it up? I'll be in a pre-trial meeting until then. Okay, sis. But I expect dinner. Something good. Like burgers. I could really go for a good burger. Okay. We'll hit the usual joint. Alright, it's a deal. Okay, sis. See you soon. Yep. I'll be waiting, Maya. That was high-pitched. Conversation recorded September 5th, 9:27 a.m. September 5th, 8:57 p.m. Fay and Co. Law Offices. Now, Miss Fay, I'll take what's mine. The papers. I'm sorry, but I can't give you what I don't have. Miss Fay, you're a poor liar. Why, I see it right over there. That must be the Finker that swallowed those papers. How could you know? You are not cogniferous of my background. Gathering information is my business, you see. I should have been more careful. Oh, my dear Miss Fay, I am so very sorry. But I am afraid I must ask you for one more thing. Your eternal silence. Farewell, Miss Fay. Ooh. Again? Again with the fucking clock. Red, white, blue. Sandy, they really like that damn clock. Also, check your telegram. September 5th, 9:08 p.m. Fay & Co. Law Offices. Uh-oh, I'm late. Huh? That's strange. Because the chief left without me. She said her sister was coming over, so we should all go out for dinner. What's that smell? Blood? Mia! Maybe she's in her office. Examine. Kinda like... Yes. Ah. To the office. Ah, okay. Smell. Blood. What's this? Someone's there. Oh. Oh, shit. Who are you? Jesus. Examine. I'm seeing her like this, but if there's any clues here. A blunt object. There's some glass here near his body. Must be pieces of glass. Okay. That seems like a clue here. Piece of paper, it must have fallen from Mia's hands. What could it be? Maya! Oh shit. Give me a second. Okay. Alright, better call the police. That's funny. A few of the screws on the receiver are missing. Looks like someone was halfway through taking it apart. Police! Please, come quick! What's that? Someone's screaming from outside the window. She's staring right at me. She's holding a phone in her hand. There's a large building right across from me. The gateway to her hotel. Nice looks. Move to... Okay. This is in Christopher Dartfeld. How long has become the murder weapon? Again. Phone receiver is missing a future, better not use it. Have we done everything? Let's move back to the fake on the offices. That girl just now, where'd she go? Put her right there on that sofa. Uh-oh. Hope she didn't run on me. Oh! Go there. Excuse me, but who are you? It's okay, I work here. Maya. Maya Fey. Maya Fey? So Mia was writing this girl's name. Maybe I should show her the receipt. I never thought there'd be use for evidence like this outside the courtroom. For me, I should wrote a message with her own blood. She wrote it on the back of this receipt. That's my name. Why? Why would she write my name? Please just calm down. Why would sis write my name? Uh-oh, now I've done it. Please. Freeze, please. Alright, I'm Detective Dick Gumshoe, see? Gumshoe? What an odd name. We received a report from the building across the way, see? Got a person saying they saw a murder. Must have been that woman I saw. Sorry, taking a sip of lemonade. Anyway, I don't want either of you moving 1 inch, okay? Great, just great. Maya, wait, she wouldn't have... Nah. Whoa! Excuse me. Does the word Maya here mean anything to you? That's my name. What? The victim drew the stare note in their own blood, see? For dying breath, she wrote down the killer's name. Killer, I'm not. Case closed. You're coming down to the prison. Oh no. Jesus. September 6th, 9:07 a.m. Detention Center Visitors. Wow, they have poor Maya locked up like a criminal. Oh, it's you, the lawyer. Good morning. Good morning! She looks so tired. Are you going to be my attorney? Well, that's what I wanted to talk to you about. Of course I will. First things first, I better get her cheered up. Yeah, of course I will. Cheer up. Really? Oh, did I say the wrong thing? She looks sadder now. No, I'm good. Who would believe me? In the office. You looked at me like I had done it. Nah.